1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. And I got an admission to make today. So 3 days in a row, I have awakened late. I have not overslept, like literally overslept, in couple of years, maybe? Like very much so. Never. Last 3 days, overslept every day. I was late everywhere I was supposed. Well, no, I wasn't. No, let me rephrase that. I wasn't late where I was going. I was late waking up to get ready to go. And so I had to run like a fool, drive like a fool, which is me driving the speed limit, trying to get there, and I was okay. But just the fact that just being wound up, right? And then I heard a conversation that wound me up even more. A conversation where people discuss what's happening with the Trump administration, and people discuss how they believe everything is going to work. You know, black people are going to lose everything. And so this is Open Line Wednesday. No open line. I ain't waiting till Friday. Open Line Wednesday, 833-212-1017. People think we're going to lose everything. I've never understood how people can read the future about somebody else in an office 2,000 miles away, but can't take care of their own neighborhood, their own house, their own family. I got a problem with that. That being said, you put all of your eggs in DEI. You thought after George Floyd, the world was going to become your oyster. You're going to open it up and there's a pearl. And that pearl you can take out and you can cash in and you can get money and dreams. And I said in the beginning, this is not going to fly. This is not going to set. When someone else has the power to tell you whether or not you get a job, whether or not you get hired, whether or not you get money, whether or not you get paid, and they get to decide whether or not they're going to be your ally, instead of you being able to ask them to be your ally, you're going to lose. And so now people are trying to blame Donald Trump. Had you not put all your eggs in the DEI basket, we would have had what? The same thing we had before. Straddling the fence, some people on that side, some people on that side. We got representation at every table. Anything happens, we know about it. We got legacy organizations, we got legacy, and they all think they've been bought out. And guess what? They probably have. NAACP, Urban League, 100 Black Men. I'm a member of all those. But think about that. And I'm talking about at a larger level. Locally, phenomenal work, excellent work. But nationally, I don't. Have we sold out because of sponsorship? Do we have leadership that has reached their peak so they don't care? I mean, we're running around. What is it? Are you old enough to remember Chicken Little?
Yes.
Okay. We're running around like Chicken Little. And we're not even doing anything about it. There are no leaders to complain. Who in Milwaukee County, state of Wisconsin, or the country, is there a powerful black leader to actually complain to that actually acts like they're black? That black resonates with them, even though they're able to represent everyone in the state, everyone in the county, or everyone in the city. There's a difference in losing your black card and giving it away. And we as a community have given away our black card. We think that because we've made it, we ain't got to really worry about that stuff. But that's what keeps you grounded. When you serve, when you help. Now, some people think you should be serving your whole life, but I think once you get to about 50, 55, it's time to pass the torch, and y'all need to go on and get your work done. Get your work in. Stop looking at the older folks who did work that got you where you are and start picking up the mantle and moving forward. Be a leader. But we don't have any. The Democratic Party showed it. We already know the Republican Party showed it. Not for black people. The state showed it. You got a Democratic governor, but the city of Milwaukee's don't know better. Black people in Wisconsin are no better. You got a Democratic county executive. The counties know better. Matter of fact, they're like $40-something million in the hole over the next 5 years, and they don't know where that money's coming from. The city's doing okay because we passed a 2% tax, but all you did is widen the gap between those that are already poor and those that already have money. If you're middle class right now, all this and the markets and all that is not affecting you at all. Most of you don't even understand it. And when people try to explain it, you don't want to hear it. But all you do is when someone comes in and tells you that person is the reason why your prices are high, that person is the reason why, when in fact you should have been taking care of yourself, so it didn't matter who was in the White House, didn't matter who's in the mayor's office, didn't matter who's the county executive, doesn't matter who the governor is, you take care of you. But we don't do that. We let other people do it. We listen to the lies other people tell us. And in the end, Kamala Harris walks off with the Democratic Party in debt, dropped $1 billion, dropped the mic, and walked away. She seems to be doing fine. The only thing she's not is president. Other than that, she went back to her same life, living large. First hubby Doug went back to his law firm, still making money, still making loot, still living large. Bought a house. we seem to miss that people miss us. And so that was your first one. So your first opinion on who should I vote for, you got it. You were told who to vote for, you voted for that person lost, and now, instead of having a plan, this is the plan, we're going to do this, you still have nothing. You've got no leadership in the Democratic Party, anywhere in the country, in the state, in the county, or in the city. Zip. Nobody stepped up. Zero. But in your first opinion, you got told you need to vote Democrat, only vote Democrat. That's the only way you can do it. And then you castigated people who even talked about being conservative or talked about voting for Trump or talked about or even sounded, or it just was in your mind that you thought, and then you just rocked their world like you tried to do Tory Lowe. And then you lose. And then you wait for a strategy. And so you ask, you get an opinion. Say, hey, what do we do wrong? Do you go back to the same? So now people are going back to her to ask her what went wrong. That was your first opinion. The first opinion you got in who you should vote for, who should I vote for, was who? Kamala Harris. So now people ask her to come speak. Hey, what should we do? You don't go to the first person that jacked you and then turn around and try to turn around and say, what can we do? And when I say jacked, I mean lost. So now you lose. So then you go back to the person that lost to ask them what you should do. You got told what to do. They dropped the ball. You lost. There's only one thing you need in life right now. There's only one thing the black community, Democrats, if you're a black Republican, whatever you are, there's only one thing you need right now in order to move forward. I mean, besides direction, leadership, strategy, right? There's only one thing you need. Stop asking the same people who lost what you should do. They're still complaining about Trump. It's like they forgot he won. Oh, we don't like Trump. Well, what? People are running in office against Trump. How? He won. It's ridiculousness. But this is the kind of easiness people can bring to the black community and just mention a name and turn us upside down, because I guarantee you they are taking our eye off of something that they do not want us to see. I think it's time for a sound second opinion.
It's a big week for Clicks Shoe Store, Milwaukee.
That's right. Clicks is dropping their latest 414-day shoe with Adidas this Saturday. But we'll be doing a special giveaway of these exclusive shoes this Friday, April 11th on Jammin' with Juice and the Tory Lowe Show.
Then on Saturday, April 12th, Truth Nation, Jammin' with Juice will be broadcasting live from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Clicks' 414-day shoe launch party.
It's a Clicks big week, so make sure y'all tap in.
It's amazing.
April is Financial Literacy Month, and the Truth has you covered on learning how you can best manage your finances. All April on Jammin' with Juice, Ben Jammin and Terry Noni will speak with Nina Johnson, Senior Vice President and Wisconsin Branch Banking Market Leader from U.S. Bank. They will discuss financial strategies and tools they offer their customers to help enhance your financial management skills. Financial Literacy Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is sponsored by U.S. Bank.
It's party time at Cousins Subs. For a limited time only, Cousins is bringing back their famous 2-foot party subs. Whether it's for a big game, family gathering, or work celebration, Cousins 2-foot party sub is sure to be a crowd pleaser. Choose from the club, ham and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is just $39.99, feeds 5 to 8 people, and requires 24-hour notice to order. Order today through April 27th in store, online, or on their app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Join the City of Milwaukee for a chance to connect your business to potential contracting opportunities with the city and county government at the upcoming City of Milwaukee Vendor Fair. This event is a gateway to expand your business through workshops, networking, and access to staff regarding city contracting opportunities. The event takes place from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Thursday, April 24th at BMO Tower, 790 North Water Street, floors 2 and 11. Again, that's the City of Milwaukee Vendor Fair on Thursday, April 24th from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the BMO Tower in downtown Milwaukee. Come learn about the city's bid submittal process, small business certification, and contracting opportunities. Parking validation is available for this event at the BMO Tower. You don't want to miss this one. Save the date for April 24th at BMO. Sponsored by the City of Milwaukee Department of Administration, City of Milwaukee Purchasing Department, and the City of Milwaukee Department of City Development. For more information, you can visit milwaukee.gov/DOA events.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Black. Black, black, black. Black on black, black. Yeah, hey. Okay, black, 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 black on black, black, my thoughts so black, 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 I'm black, my skin is so black, I'm rocking that black on black is black.
Rims on this black, wheels in this black, wheel with this black, bitch, I'm so black on black on black on black on
black, 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 black on black, black, my thoughts so black, 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 I'm black, my skin is so black, I'm rocking all black, everything is black.
Rims on this black, wheels in this black, wheel with this black, bitch, I'm so black on black on black on black on.
Hey, black out the coupe, hop out the roof when I run into you. Thoughts black as the dark side of the moon. Won't be no truce.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Do we need a second opinion? I mean, we already know what the problem is. We already know what the issue is. We already know. That's like going to your doctor that gave you the first opinion, right? Getting a second opinion. Like what? Like what? Were you right? Yeah, I was right. Oh, okay. What? Makes absolutely no sense at all. You can never get a second opinion from the person that gave you the first opinion. Ever. Well, I came back to see what you think about it. That's like asking somebody that loans you money what they think about giving you your money back. Hey, so what do you think about paying me my, $500 back that I loaned you? What do you think about that? Like, of course I would think no. I would think that I shouldn't have to. That's what I think. But we don't do that. We don't. We just go halfway. And now people are tripping. Where's Gen Z? They're supposed to step up and fight and do. What are they fighting? What exactly are they fighting? What exactly are they giving their lives for when there's seriously no meaning to it whatsoever? There's nothing in the fight for them. Then are they really equipped to fight? I mean, have you had your wrong question. Have you been in a fight before? I mean, like a fight. See, I just ask people, where you from? And when they say, oh, I'm from so-and-so, I go, okay. You just going to ask me something? Nah. Why? Because I remember where he's from. Like I have a friend of mine's son. I've known this young man so long. He's my frat brother now. I've known him his entire life for so long that he calls me Uncle Ken. Like, that's how long I've known him. I reach out every now and then. Hey, what you doing? Hey, what's up? You know where he lives? Grew up on the south side of Chicago, lives in Harlem. If you ask him, hey, you ever been in a fight? Where you from? South side of Chicago. Where you live? Harlem. I'm not going to even ask. Don't even. There are just some things that are natural, right? That's how the Democratic Party used to be. For working class people, for people in unions, for people who wanted, a fair wage and a nice living, just a house, two kids, 2.5 kids, and a white picket fence. That's all you wanted. Get the garbage picked up it was just basic stuff. And that's what it used to be. It's not that anymore. You got politicians that have been in for 20, 30, 40, like ridiculous. 20, 30, 40 years as a politician, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I still need to get Ron Johnson on so he can explain to me how it got so important for him to run for a third term when he said he was only going to run for 2. So you're either a liar or you're disingenuous. Which one is it? Because a disingenuous person is a liar. Okay, I'm just saying. We need term limits on the mayor's office, the city council, county executive, county supervisors, state legislature, governor. Just like we got on the Supreme Court. You get 10 years, that's it. You should not be able to get reappointed. You should not be able to go through all this crap. You get 10 years, that's it. That's all you get. And then you're done for a life. You get to serve 10 years in the House of Representatives, 10 years as a senator, or 2 terms, maybe 3. That's it. You're done. But that's not what we do. And we let people get in office and drag and complain and do all these things and take over. And when the only thing we have is that Joe Blow, who is making $60,000 a year, right? Runs for Congress, gets elected, and retires a millionaire. How? 833-212-1017 is the number. James, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Good afternoon, Dr. Ken.
How are you?
Fine, and yourself?
I've been better. No work.
You're echoing some of the sentiments me and one of my good friends talk about all the time as far as city government. And it's two of the problems is, I think, for the most part is, number one, is that they get in office, and once they get in office, not realize that the people put them in office, sometimes they act like they don't really have to answer to the people.
Oh, no. James, you really don't know what you're talking about, and you don't understand it. Let us vote for it. You don't need to vote for it. We represent you.
That's right. Yeah.
That's how we got a 2% tax.
Right. And the other part of that is that a lot of us talk, but we don't hold them accountable.
Yep.
I'll tell you this in all honesty. I live in the 9th Automatic District, and I can say that I do have a relationship with my alder person.
Which is who?
And as in their personal phone number. And I can say right now, as far as any situation I've had, I should say kind of maybe 4-0 right now as far as taking care of some problems that I have, because I'm the type of person, you just can't do anything on my block. You can't run around with your grass knee-high and stuff like that and everything like that. I'm going to talk to you first. If not, then I'll make the necessary phone call.
Let me help you out. First of all, 9th District, City of Milwaukee is Larissa Taylor, correct?
That's right. Amen.
Okay. So Larissa Taylor is not an alder person. She's an alder woman.
Okay.
She's an alder woman. Okay. Let's quit with the neutralization of titles.
I was the person. Okay. I didn't want to
She's an alder woman, or we have aldermen. Technically, the state says they're aldermen.
Okay.
I'm just.
Okay, no problem.
And they're not a
No
they're not
problem.
a older. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, we'll do anything, not to mention man or woman, as if even if you're transgender, you consider yourself a man or a woman. So what are we doing?
Right. And I'm being a little discreet because I'm on the radio with you, so, but I mean, that's fine.
What do you
totally agree
already
with what
said?
you're saying.
My district? Like, dude, really?
Yeah, I don't know everybody else figure it out. Right, I don't know. But, you know, again, we don't hold them accountable.
Correct.
At the end of the day. And again, once they get in there, you know, again, they act like they don't have the answer to the people who put them in office.
Oh, no, because I know better than you now, because I've done the job. You haven't.
Yeah, exactly. And all the excuses are, oh, well, we deserve this, we deserve that. Well, what are you doing to get us the things that we deserve? You hear on the radio all the time. Milwaukee deserves better, so, okay, what are you doing to make it better? And I'm with you on the term limits and everything. And sometimes people get off, and they're too long. We keep putting millionaires in office.
Yep.
You know, people who already got money.
Yep.
So either way the wind blows, they're going to be all right, fine, no matter which way you go.
Yep.
Raise the taxes, okay, that's fine. Raise the taxes. I got enough money. Taxes don't bother me none. And I say the same thing about as far as our government. Come through the state of Wisconsin, going 94 all the way over to Minnesota and back and forth. You know, we get a big wheel tax. Why don't we put toll booths up and kind of offset some of the money you're trying to put on the people?
Because, watch this. Somebody going to get mad when I say this. Some people in Wisconsin might be stupid. I have no understanding.
Yes.
I have no understanding. Yes. Now, granted, the toll booths are owned by foreign countries. You know, like the people that manage them and all that is a foreign entity. I get it, but it ain't China. So what we doing?
That's right.
So what we doing?
That's right.
What are we like? The millions of dollars that Illinois gets now they're good at mismanaging it. But
yes,
dude, as many people drive through here to go to the Dells, I would put one on 90. I would put one on 94. I would put one on 43. Right. Like, what are you doing?
When you coming in and out of this state, that's right.
I just, we're Wisconsin. We're proud. Well, be proud, but be broke.
And again, you know, for quite some time I've been Democrat, and I can't really count on one hand where it's really benefited to the truth about it. I ain't gonna lie to you about that one, you know. But again, people say Democrat, but then I ask them what it really done for you. Like, he was sitting in office right now. He was really he made a lot of false promises. Just like most of them, I guess.
I'm gonna interrupt you when you say something wrong. You ain't saying nothing wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean,
yeah, but that's where I'm at, Dr. King. You echo some of the same sentiments me and one of my best friends talk about all the time, man, all the time.
I don't get it.
And I'll say this here, since we were talking about Larissa Taylor, I said, I want you to understand something. I'm voting for you, not your legislative assistant, a.k.a. secretary.
Yep.
So when I call your office, I don't want to talk to your secretary because I didn't vote for your secretary.
That's right. And make yourself available.
You can have my personal phone number right here. Here it is right here. And again, I can say I've had some situations 4-0 right now. I have no problem right now.
And if you complain about me calling you, then you should quit your job. It's like being the police. Well, you know, we got to work. I remember having some officers coming to the office, and it's 4th of July. Everybody's screaming, and, you know, the entire city is extended, all shifts, all supervisors, all lieutenants, everybody, until further notice. And then some dude come in and say, oh, well, it's 11 o'clock. Can I go home? No. Well, why not? Because ain't nobody going home.
And I do believe when you ran for office, you were running for office to serve me.
You ran to serve.
Based upon,
you raised your right hand.
I want to make some.
And you done. Like, if they decide to have a council meeting at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, guess what? You got to have your behind there.
That's right. We pay you to be there, that's for sure.
For the number of days you work and the salary that you get, it's insulting. It's insulting. The fact that you make the money that you make, right? $84,000 a year.
Yes.
And you work maybe 3-4 months out the year. Come on now.
I told him. I'm telling you, we're on the same page today, Dr. Ken. We're the same book. We're in the same book today.
And I'm not mad because I made significantly more than that on police department. I'm just gonna tell the truth. But
I understand that.
But I hump for a living. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm a retired city worker. I do the same thing. Yep.
Okay. Gen Z, that means something different to you than to me. You know, my generation, that means working hard, you know, marching and going and moving and all that. He heard me say humping for a living. He was like, what? It's just terrible how they hear words.
You're on fire today. You're on fire today. You know, you probably won't get a whole lot of phone calls behind this today because you're on fire today.
I'm just saying. All right, talk to you later.
As always, Dr. Ken. Hey,
all right.
Love you as always. Have a great day now.
Always, brother. Love you too. 833-212-1017 is the number. I mean, at some point, we got to get out from under this. People just you know, taking. I mean, you know, Ann even said it on the Talking Text line. People are flocking to live in red states. They may not agree with all the stuff they're doing, but the fact that there's no tax, the fact that they got more money, the fact that ain't nobody bothering them, the fact that if I want to have a gun in my house, I can have a gun in my house, but I got to have it safely, because if you mess up in a red state with a gun, believe me, they putting your behind in jail. I'm just saying. You'll go to jail faster there than you will here. But at some point, is there anything? Like, can you sell me anything on the Democratic Party? Like what? Other than feeling good, which is an assumption and a misnomer? You don't understand a word? Look it up. What are we doing? We're going to follow blind. Okay, now you didn't follow it into the hole. Just jump in. I'm just saying. And now with traffic on 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk Traffic is with Debbie Lazaga.
Northbound 43 is slow right now out of the Marquette all the way up to Keefe. The southbound side slowing down from Keefe all the way through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. You're back on the brakes from Lapham down to the KK River. Westbound 94, that's got backups out of the Marquette all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side slowing down just before 76th Street all the way to 35th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. The rain-snow mix ends early, then it'll be cloudy with a low of 34. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a slight chance for a rain shower, a high of 42. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance, like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe loyalty is never a one-way street, so we love finding new ways to say thank you to our customers. This is why we're hosting Us Days again. It's our exclusive in-store event to celebrate you, our loyal customers, with unique offers for everyone. Visit our stores during Us Days until April 23rd to take advantage of offers up to $1,200 off of any smartphone and up to $500 off of any tablet. This is the perfect time to upgrade. Come into any U.S. Cellular store for more details. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/the reason to get started.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snine. Once down 24 points in the fourth quarter, the Milwaukee Bucks storming back to upset the Minnesota Timberwolves on Tuesday night, 110-103.
It's on the deck, picked up by Trent. Feeds it ahead. Porter's behind the pack. He stuffs it down.
Kevin Porter Jr. with 2 of his 21 points there off the bench. Giannis also adding a team-high 23 points. And the Bucks making the largest comeback in NBA history, once down 24 points with 10 or less minutes to play, and they improved to 45-34 on their season. And lastly, over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers also getting the win on Tuesday night, beating Colorado 7-1 in Game 1 of the 3-game set in Denver.
Fly ball deep right. Wow, Yelich demolishes one up into the night sky, all the way back to the wall. Goodbye, Christian Yelich.
With the win, the Brewers improving to 6-5. Brewers-Rockies, Game 2 tonight set for 7:40. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. That's what I gave over the sweet tart in my mouth. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You know, there's a lot of buzz surrounding the draft that's going on, but you won't find one seeping through Pella's Windows and Doors. In fact, you should make Pella your number one pick, because right now you can take advantage of no interest financing options or free glass upgrades. Their talented designers and installers can match your unique home through seamless customizations. Certain restrictions apply, and the deal ends April 30th. So find yourself in your own house with your free in-home consultation today. What do you got to do? Go to PellaWI.com. You can let them know you want them to come in your house for free to tell you what they can do to make your house spectacular, for you to take advantage of great things. That's PellaWI.com. That's PellaWI. That's the Wisconsin part. .com. 833-212-1017 is the number. Yeah, my Adidas. Anyway, whoo, we want to. So I have a personal question. I guess I can ask. I guess I'm trying to debate. Should I ask Glenn or should I ask DJ Brother Z? I don't know. So does either of you live alone?
I do not.
Okay. I mean alone, like not with your parents.
Oh, yes, I have an apartment not away from my parents in New York.
Okay, you got like a roommate and all that, and
yes, my former Concordia teammate.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm just kidding. So here's my question. How often do you clean your house? I didn't say the last time I didn't say the last time you cleaned your house. I said, how often do you clean your house?
In reference to what specific chore?
See, that's my issue. Some people think some things need to be due on a like daily, and then some things need to be done weekly, and then some things need to be done monthly, and some things need to be done like I don't even understand that. That's just me. But some people believe that cleaning your house is as important as taking a shower in the morning? Nothing.
I see the logic in it, but not every day.
There are no things that you should do every day.
I think you should leave the sink clear every day.
Okay. Well, I don't know what that means. See, my clearing the sink is putting the dishes in the dishwasher. I can't see them. Sink is clean.
Well, yeah, once you rinse them off, you rinse all the food debris off, and then you put them in the dishwasher for...
You're not supposed to rinse food and debris off. That's why you put it in the dishwasher. The dishwasher does that.
Doesn't it clog your dishwasher?
No, it does not. That's why you have a dishwasher. And then you actually, like, are you serious? You've never used the dishwasher? You always thought you dump out the... I'm not talking about heavy food, but if you have stained food, like sauce.
Yeah, sauce,
and you
crumbs.
ate everything. Crumbs, yeah.
Rinse it off, yeah. And then you put it in the dishwasher for steam cleaning, or, you know, whatever else the dishwasher does.
Some people actually clean it and then put it in the dishwasher and then clean it again, which makes no sense. They rinse off all the sauce. And then I'm like, why don't you put some soap on it and be done? Like, that makes no sense to. But anyway, I digress. So dishwashing every day. What else do you do every day? I mean, you're cleaning your house. What about making your bed? Does that count as cleaning?
I make my bed every day.
You pull the cover up, the sheet, or you actually make your bed, fold it tight, drop a quarter on it, bounce a quarter on it. Nah, I know that's not going to happen.
I fluff my pillows, I fix the fitted sheet, and I pull the comforter back every day.
I don't know if fluff your pillows counts. It's a pillow.
I want my bed to look like nobody slept in it when I come home.
If you're the only one getting in it, who cares? I'm going to leave that alone. I mean, do I really need a bed? Ooh, I really, oh, I feel so good. My bed is made, so I'm going to crawl back in and mess it up so that I could go to sleep. Like, I don't know. What about taking out the garbage?
As needed. If I have a big meal that I have to throw away, I will take out the garbage.
As needed? Ooh.
When it gets full or when it smells.
I ain't touching that. I'm not touching that. So, what about sweeping the floor, mopping the bathroom floor, cleaning the bathroom? How often do you... don't answer that. I don't want to know. How often are you supposed to even clean a bathroom? Once a week? Once a month? I don't know. How often do you mop the floor? Do you mop a dining room floor or a living room floor at the same frequency you might say a bedroom floor or a bathroom floor? I would think you do the bathroom like every other day. That's just me. I'm kind of weird like that. I spray down the counter. I clean I have, what is it? CLR? You ever use that clear? CLR? To clean out the inside. Bathtub. Every time I use it. Spray down, shower, everything. That soap scrub stuff. Every time I use it, I sit there to 3 minutes and wait for it to sit, and then I hose it off with hot water. And I clean the toilet pretty much every day. Everybody has a pet peeve. Mine is, and I can go, now I could take clothes off and I can just drop them anywhere. Right? But they'll always be together, and then I'll take that same pile, put them in a clothes hamper, and then wash every day. Now, do you wash every day, or do you wash once a week?
Clothes?
Yeah.
As needed.
How?
If I have a favorite T-shirt or a favorite hoodie that I would like to wear during the weekend, I will do laundry on a Thursday or a Friday, so I have that for the weekend.
Wow. You just don't do wash See, I was always told this. If you use it every day, you clean it every day.
You wear underwear every day. You don't clean those every day. Do you wash?
I do. I do wash every day. When I go home tonight, I'm going to put a load of wash in. And then I'm going to put it in the dryer. Then I'll wake up in the morning, right, and take it out the dryer and leave it in there. And when I get home tomorrow night, I'm going to get hangers, hang all my clothes up, roll up underwear, shirts, socks, everything, have everything set in drawers, in the closet, done.
We Energies must love you. They love you.
Oh, I'm a very efficient washer. See, I got one of them that only notices how much clothes you have in, so it only gives you that much water and that much. And then so my cleaning cycle could be an hour, or it could be like 35 minutes, and then it's done. Then I take them out, I dry them. The one thing I did learn to do is to dry my clothes completely. Like I dry it, and it says, this kind of put it on, I put it to max and let it dry for like 45 minutes and be done. And then I take it out and do it, because damp clothes, when you pull them out of dryers, looks kind of weird to me. Like, I don't understand that. So what are your thoughts? Like, how do you clean your house? Do you do it on a regular basis? Do you do it every day? Are there dust balls under your couch? Because there are none under mine. 833-212-1017 is the number. Who? Wow, that's weird. 833-212-1017 is the number. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I want to know, how often do you clean your house?
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash Giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
Join the City of Milwaukee for a chance to connect your business to potential contracting opportunities with the city and county government at the upcoming City of Milwaukee Vendor Fair. This event is a gateway to expand your business through workshops, networking, and access to staff regarding city contracting opportunities. The event takes place from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Thursday, April 24th at BMO Tower, 790 North Water Street, floors 2 and 11. Again, that's the City of Milwaukee Vendor Fair on Thursday, April 24th from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the BMO Tower in downtown Milwaukee. Come learn about the city's bid submittal process, small business certification, and contracting opportunities. Parking validation is available for this event at the BMO Tower. You don't want to miss this one. Save the date for April 24th at BMO. Sponsored by the City of Milwaukee Department of Administration, City of Milwaukee Purchasing Department, and the City of Milwaukee Department of City Development. For more information, you can visit milwaukee.gov/DOA events.
It's 4-on-4 day weekend, Milwaukee, and there's no other way to celebrate it other than kicking it with Jim with Juice, live at Clicks in Sherwood. This Saturday, April 12th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. We're celebrating all of Milwaukee as Clicks drops the new 4-on-4 day shoe with Adidas. There will be custom sneaker art and flash tattoos, food from Toya's Kitchen, and it's all going down at Clicks in Sherwood. Don't miss the celebration, celebrating life, love, and hip-hop here in Milwaukee. It's amazing!
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Seriously injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Once you know, you can't not know. Do you know about the black eagle? Let me tell you about the black
wish I played the bass. Wish I played anything. Say what? I can't hear you. Press the button. You know how to play bass? Okay, I'm more of a piano guy and a singer. Like you can play the piano and the bass. All right, show me. Not air bass. Like me. I'm kidding. Yeah. Okay, all right, we'll see. And upright? All right. You read bass clef? I'm about to get in trouble on my show?
Oh, treble.
I'm about to get in trouble in my show? In my show? My show? My show? I'm about to get in trouble. Oh, wow. It's on. You think you all that? Got Janet Jackson singing in the background. He said just give you that courage. Like, man, she ain't thinking about this. She's 60-something years old, ain't she? Why you shake your head like that, dude? Like 60 years old. 60 is the new 40, player.
I didn't think she looked bad for her age.
You wish you had a 40-year-old. Get out of here, dude. I don't want to know your business. See, he was about to tell me. Well, you know, actually, and don't take that hat off either because it's black and white, and I got a black and white hoodie, and it would just set it off. 833-212-10. Yes, we're having fun. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Goodness. Al, you're on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. How many times you clean your house?
I clean my house once a week, and if somebody spend the night that morning as soon as they leave.
Are you a clean freak?
Well, I try. I feel a clean home is a happy home. A dirty home is a confusion.
Do you live alone?
I usually clean. Yes, I do, and I keep it that way. But if I clean on Sundays, but if you spend the night, I clean as soon as you leave because I don't want your sin lingering through my house.
Wow. So then why you let them in?
Well, that depends on what we're doing. That's totally different.
I mean, if you don't want it to linger, don't bring it.
Well, the reason why it lingers is because they're leaving. See, when you're coming, that's totally different because it's serving my purpose. So
wow.
You always clean after they leave.
You just use people like that. Okay.
No, we use each other.
I'm just kidding. TMI, but okay.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So, 833-212-1017 is the number. I love working in radio. Absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I don't know if you all heard in Wisconsin. It's not going to be part of my top 5 at 5 coming up. But 27 international students have had their visas revoked at Wisconsin universities. So it's on. International students do more than attend class. They working here, and so anyway. So I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I think the Trump administration is doing some things right, and then some in some instances they're going way overboard and doing things. They're doing too much, and we've got to have a United States Supreme Court that can pull their tail and say, "Hey, don't do that. This is not appropriate." When you come here, are you given due process because you're in the United States, even though you're not a citizen of the United States? Are you still given that due process? Does it matter if you have a visa, don't have a visa, are here illegally, are here, like you're not an immigrant if you came here illegally. Like if you migrate to here, that's one thing. If you're an immigrant, because you're moving here to live here and work and all that, that is one. But when you do it illegally, that's not cool. That's just me. I think it's the cop in me, of course. I know y'all hate that. Don't be a hater. But at some point, we have to start to come to grips with those types of things. We have to start to come to grips with people who come in and take money that's not theirs, that we earned, and we get less because we're spending half of it on them. We're spending, even if it's 10% on somebody when that 10% could be spread through the masses to people that actually paid for Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, health care, all that. They paid for it. Paid their taxes over 30, 40, 50 years, retired, hoping to get something, but they can't get more because they got to give it to somebody who doesn't deserve it, not because they're not human or because they're not needing. It's because they're literally not from here. And if you went to another country, they would never let you come in and use their resources on you. I mean, they will, but it'll be very limited. Black people just keep getting sidestepped. They keep coming up with a way. You could have easily said, hey, why don't we let Haitians into the country? All the Black Caribbean islands that we have south of here. Oh, we'll let them in. No. What about countries in Africa? Nope. Matter of fact, we're going to work on getting rid of them. But if you run over the border, we'll give you money. We'll give you a home. We'll give you a hotel to live in as an apartment. We'll give you food. We'll give you everything you need, including a Social Security card and a driver's license. Makes no sense. We got kids at 16 having to take, and I guess I wouldn't say driver's license, I'll say ID card. We have kids in Milwaukee who can't get driver's ed because they don't teach it at MPS anymore at the time. And now we wonder why they can't make it, but yet we're giving away ID cards to people and paying for them, and they're not even from here. And I'm not saying don't help people who legally immigrate here and work. That's not what I'm saying. Oh, and because you came here illegally and you got a job and paying taxes, I'm not really impressed by that, because are you keeping a job from someone else? We need to fix this for everybody, for those who want to come from another country and stay, and those who are already here and want to do the right thing. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Top 5 at 5 up next.
This is 1017 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your platform, and on my show, our community always has a voice. There is no topic that is off limits, and I always give you my authentic opinions on how I feel, because keeping it real is the only way I know how to get down. Listen to Truth to Power with me, Kyle Wallace, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube at 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
April is Financial Literacy Month, and The Truth has you covered on learning about how you can best manage your finances. So for every Wednesday in the month of April, Benjamin will go down the rabbit hole with Nina Johnson, Senior Vice President and Wisconsin Branch Banking Market Leader from U.S. Bank. We will discuss financial strategies and tools they offer their customers to help enhance your financial management skills. Financial Literacy Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is sponsored by U.S. Bank. Visit your local U.S. Bank branch today.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's giving me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, 833. I gotta get one of them voices, you know, like Sherwin Hughes. I gotta get one of them voices because he has like, you know, one of those voices. He almost sounds like Barack. You know who he really sounds like? Mayor Cavalier Johnson. Ooh, Lordy Lord. I know somebody going to tell you, did you hear what Dr. Ken said about you? I always got to make a silly voice when I say that, when I talk about somebody out of character. Did you know? So, yeah. All right. I think tomorrow I'm going to talk about the conjecture that I'm hearing and things that are happening and people that are scared and we're afraid things are going to happen and it's like... I'm just tired. It's just weird. It's just weird. Things that are happening so fast in this country, and people are on this kick of they think that, and I just, yeah. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive, and we'll have to figure it out, and we'll have to look at it because, you know, I'll let you know tomorrow.
Number 5.
This from CBS58.com. The Waukesha teen that was charged with the deaths of his mother and his stepfather was bound over for trial. Waukesha teen charged in the deaths of his mother and stepfather appeared in court today. Nikita Kasap, 17, was arrested in Kansas in March after he fled the state. Court documents say he'd been communicating with people overseas about his plans to kill his parents. Kasap has been bound over for trial, and more charges could be on the way. He currently faces 2 count them, 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 7 other felony charges, including hiding a corpse and identity theft. So when y'all say certain people do certain things because they black, I'm arguing with you on that one. I'm just saying.
Number 4.
Well, word has it crime is down in Milwaukee. This also from CBS 58. Milwaukee police released new crime data for the first time in the first quarter during 2025 during a news conference at the Evolve Church. Officials announced that serious crime in Milwaukee is down overall. Don't know what that means. During the press conference, Chief Norman, Mayor Cavalier Johnson, and District Attorney Kent Laverne all spoke. Part 1 crimes. Those are those that include violent offenses and property crime. Right? Part 1. The ones that show up on a federal database. Right? Part 1, violent crimes and property is down 12% for the quarter compared to the first quarter of 2024. However, 2 additional homicides in the quarter compared to last year, which accounts for a 9% increase. Well, the bottom line is he said something that took a few people aback. He basically said that homicide is a byproduct of poor conflict resolution. So number 1, why would you expect people to have conflict resolution in their families? These aren't families that have grown up when I grew up or when some of you grew up. These are families that, for whatever reason, black, brown, Hispanic, Asian, male, female, they eschew anything that's normative. They don't like anything that might remind them of something they have to do. I only want to do what I want to do. Well, that's not how life goes. And Mr. Kasep from Waukesha is about to find that out firsthand. He's about to find out that life does not always go the way that you want. And that conflict resolution is indeed a thing. I'm sorry. Is that mean of me? Yeah, I think so.
Number 3.
From Fox6now.com, brothers in blood and brothers in crime. 2 Milwaukee men are accused of stealing around $11,000 from a Walgreens in Milwaukee. Now, first things first. Number 1, I didn't know okay, let me stop. I didn't know Walgreens in Milwaukee had $11,000. Okay, let me stop. The brothers in this case are identified as 23-year-old Zarin Stewart and 30-year-old Xavier Stewart. Both are charged with theft regarding the incident that happened at Walgreens on 76 and Mill Road. What do we know? Saturday, March 23rd, just before 8 p.m., the younger brother, Zarin, reported he was closing the Walgreens location when an unknown man walked up behind him, pointed a gun at the back of his head, and demanded to be taken to the safe. He gave officers a vague description, adding he heard a Hispanic accent. He estimated the suspect put about $7,500 in his bag. According to the criminal complaint, search of the Milwaukee Police Department database showed that there had been a witness to robberies, that he had been a witness to robberies in 2020 and 2018. And through surveillance video, officers were able to link a vehicle to his older brother, Xavier, who was out on extended supervision. Walgreens management told detectives Zarin Stewart's behavior inside the store was unusual in that he kept out large amounts of money against store policy. A total of $11,000 was stolen, and Zarin Stewart admitted it was his idea to steal the money and that he gave his brother the code to hide in the bathroom. So, bond was set at $100,000 cash for Zarin, while Xavier is currently in custody at the Milwaukee Secure Detention Facility, awaiting to be transferred to Milwaukee County Jail. They're due back in court next week. Does anybody really get away with stuff like that? I mean, does it, like, you know, is it better just to tell the truth? Is it better to, I did it. And they got him. You're like, I did it. Or is it better to just not do it?
Number 2.
This from CNN Politics. Supreme Court says Trump doesn't have to rehire independent labor board members right now. And so we wonder what all that means. Well, Chief Justice John Roberts on Today allowed President Donald Trump to temporarily remove 2 board members at independent labor agencies while the justices consider whether the president may permanently fire them. The brief order does not necessarily indicate which way the court is leaning in the case. Instead, the procedural move will give the justices a few days to consider written arguments before deciding whether or not to grant Trump's request. The emergency case follows a decision from an appeals court in Washington that temporarily reinstated Gwen Wilcox, a member of the National Labor Relations Board, and Kathy Harris, chairwoman of the Merit Systems Protection Board, or the Merit System. Roberts ordered the board members to respond to Trump's emergency appeal on April 15th. And though the dispute is technical and involves agencies most Americans are not familiar with, it could have profound implications for Trump's efforts to consolidate power within the executive branch, particularly if the conservative court takes Trump up on his request to hear arguments on the case later this year. So people say the president should, this is what they say, the president shouldn't be forced to delegate his executive authority, right? His power to agency heads who are demonstrably at odds. But he needs to understand that as a matter of efficiency, administrative code is there to make sure that things get taken care of. Now, do administrative agencies go too far? Yes, they do. Some of the commissions, some of the energy, some of them go so far that they dip into people's lives when they really shouldn't be dipping that far. Many of these administrative agencies, declare eminent domain and take over stuff and do all sorts of things that they should not be doing, but because they can. But also, there are so many times that the government has to get things done, and the courts just don't have time to hear it, so they allow administrative agencies to handle those things. Like the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, they make rules. They can be changed, they can be moved, they can be with legislation or the president. But at some point, you really want to get stuck in all that? Well, evidently Donald Trump does. Or is he picking out certain people and certain things that he doesn't like and saying, those people I want out, those people can stay? Because it all comes down to administrative law. And administrative law is a powerful thing because it takes power from the executive branch and gives it to an agency. And in some ways, it takes executive and legislative power, and they can kind of make up their own rules. Now, they can't make law, but they can make rules. Oh, yeah, we have a rule that every whatever, we got to do this. And so now you're stuck fulfilling a rule that there was never any law that said you had to do it, but because the administrative agency has the power, they can make you do it. And if you don't do it, they can fine you. They can shut you down. They can cause you a lot of grief. So now, it sounds to me, Wilcox, who was a part of the Labor Relations Board and the Merit System, this sounds like 2 people, 2 board members that he wants to appoint to have control over how unions are looked at in America and how the merit system is upheld. You got to remember, there's a method to his madness. Don't think that he's crazy or think that he's not thinking 4 or 5 steps ahead, because he is. And that's not said out of I really like Donald Trump and I support it. That's not that at all. On the contrary, it is the fact that you need to recognize just how smart and just how cunning the guy really is. Because if you don't, you'll get caught again in the same instance when he won.
Number 1.
Speaking of number 1, I talked about this case from the root a while ago. I talked about the black teen charged with stabbing the white teen to death at a track meet and how they had issues back and forth. And the guy walked up and said, "You got to move. This table's reserved." And he said, "No, this table's reserved for us." And on back and forth and blah, blah. And something happened. And so the CEO of a local company decided that she was going to give money to a fundraising page for the family to defend him in court. And now people are outraged and, "Oh my God, it's terrible, giving all this money. This black boy killed this white boy. Oh my God, he should just admit he did it and go to jail." And then I play Luigi's Tale. You know what that is, right? Dude that killed, so dude that killed United Healthcare CEO. I guess that was okay. They raised over $500,000 for him. Did anybody say nothing? Oh, and by the way, let me report that they're raising money for Luigi on such and such and such. So you're giving out the URL. Like you're giving out the organization. By the way, they got their money. By the way, Dr. Ken is at 1017 The Truth, but don't tell anybody I told you. You can listen Monday through. Like, really? So that's what the reporters did, right? Dude got over $500,000. Literally over $500,000 toward his defense, and the goal was $1 million. They had raised like $100,000 for this kid, and there are people losing their mind. "Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing it. He's a killer." No, he hasn't been found guilty yet. He hasn't been found guilty of a jury of his peers. May not get a jury of his peers depending on how y'all go. But why is it always different when we do it? Why? Why is there always some caveat that we can never win? Well, I know you want to run for office this time, and I know you've been looking at it, but it's just not the time. Wait your turn. We got this guy we want to run. We got this girl we want to run. And we keep getting pushed back further and further and further. They keep getting richer and richer and richer. Confrontation at a high school track meet in Texas left one teen dead, another one facing a murder charge. And as the investigation into what led up to the tragic event continues, some members of the community are rallying around the 17-year-old suspect. According to an X post in Frisco, Texas, I'll actually be there later this year. Police say they arrived on the scene at the David Kirkendall Stadium around 10 a.m. On April 2nd. They were responding to calls of an altercation between students, which resulted in one stabbing the other. Witnesses told police that 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, who's white, got into a disagreement with 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, who's black, after he asked Anthony to remove himself from a tent that was set up for athletes from Metcalf's school. Bystanders said they heard Anthony telling Metcalf, touch me, and see what happens. And when the confrontation got physical, and this sounds like Austin made it physical, they say Anthony pulled the knife out of his backpack and stabbed Metcalf in the chest before running away. Metcalf was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. Anthony is being held in Collin County Jail on a $1 million bond and has been charged with first-degree murder. So, did it happen in self-defense? We're going to find out. Now, here's what's going to happen. Let me look at my crystal ball. Here's what's going to happen. They're going to have people around. They're going to have witnesses around. They're going to have so many things. You know what? Because I haven't heard anything on social media. I haven't seen anything where people talking about it and get video on it or anything about this, which means, you know what that tells me? That tells me the kid defended himself. And so I have to figure out a couple things, right? Number one, and let me type this out. How old do, what is the age to carry a concealed weapon in Texas. Texas individuals 21 years of age or older can carry a concealed handgun without a permit, while 18 to 20-year-olds can carry a handgun with a license to carry. So let me find out. Let me do this. Let me replace weapon with knife. Oh! Here we go. All we need to know is the size of it. Individuals under 18 in Texas are restricted from carrying knives with blades longer than 5.5 inches, but they can carry knives with blades shorter than 5.5 inches, with some exceptions for carrying at home, in a vehicle, or while supervised by a parent or guardian. Minors with restrictions, minors are prohibited from knives with blades longer than 5.5 inches, except in specific circumstances. So, it is unlawful for an individual under the age of 18 to intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly to carry on or about his person a location-restricted knife. So we're hearing he pulled it from his backpack, but it sounds kind of strange that you would have time that the person gets into a fight with you and there's a physical altercation and then you reach in and use it, right? I don't know the circumstances, so we don't know. But unfortunately, it happened. Unfortunately, we're going to have a trial. And unfortunately, we're going to see whether or not the justice system actually works in Texas. And the weird part is I'll be in Frisco later this year. It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris. You know, there are times in everyone's life when life tosses a curveball. You have to adjust, have to realign and rededicate your resources to make things better. Sometimes you may know what to do, but many times it's the first time you've ever faced an issue, especially when it's financial. For the last couple decades, I've been able to turn to Educators Credit Union. I have a financial issue that I got to deal with. It had to do with my own family and another family member. And I was able to go in, get some advice, got a plan, and I'm here to tell you today that it worked. At Educators, our members are our purpose. As a credit union, we're not concerned about profits. We're not concerned about the bottom line of shareholders, any of that. Our greatest reward is you achieving your financial dreams. You know what that means, right? That means that through lower rates and access to free financial resources, you get to make it. I like saying that word, financial dreams, right? Because I have actually, because of that, have been able to realize many of my financial dreams by using those same free financial resources. Experience more heart, less hassle by making the switch today. Achieve more at ECU.com. You can go to their website, check it out, ECU.com, insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility is required. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. When we come back, talking text line and all kind of crazy stuff going on. It must be Wednesday.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Here at the new 101.7 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 101.7 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices. Milwaukee Black Talk. It's 414-Day Weekend, Milwaukee, and we're going big. Come hang with Jammin' with Juice live at Clicks in Shorewood this Saturday, April 12th from 1 to 3 p.m. We're celebrating the city at Clicks as they drop their latest 414-Day shoe with Adidas. They'll have custom sneaker art by Alexander John, flash tattoos by MGN Studios, and food from Toya's Kitchen. It's all going down at 1916 East Capitol Drive in Shorewood. Don't miss the vibes, the art, the food, and all things Milwaukee.
Ever had a question about local services, neighborhood events, civic engagement, or ways to get more involved in the community and just didn't know who to ask? That's where 1MKE comes in. 1MKE is a nonpartisan coalition helping Milwaukee residents to find trusted information and easy opportunities to get civically engaged. Want to plug into a neighborhood event, find community services, give back through volunteering? 1MKE is here to help. Learn more and get involved at 1mke.org. That is 1mke.org. We are 1MKE.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, Truth Nation, y'all need to gear up for a great time as sports Milwaukee hosts Milwaukee Tailgate Week, presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook, set for April 24th to the 26th. Milwaukee Tailgate Week features a variety of gridiron activations for all ages, steeped in Milwaukee iconic sports history, attractions, brews, restaurants, and venues. As the 2025 draft takes center stage in Green Bay, Sports Milwaukee and the Cream City are excited to welcome the football world back to Wisconsin. Get 50% off general admission tickets by using promo code VISIT, VISIT. For tickets, go to visitmilwaukee.org. That's visitmilwaukee.org/tailgate. Brought to you by Visit Milwaukee, handcrafted, homegrown, world class. 833-212-1017 is the number. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's the hardest day to get over. It's the hardest, like, trying to figure out. They never really minded or were forced to mix their good and crime-stricken people in the same neighborhood. Okay. I guess now we're coming up with excuses for people. Anyway. Dr. Ken would sing a verse of Happy Birthday to me. This is James. No, I don't sing Happy Birthday to men. Ever. Like, I don't care who you are. My father, God rest his soul, I would not sing Happy Birthday to him. He's a man. If you're a woman, I'll be more than happy to sing Happy Birthday to you. But I ain't singing to a man. That's not happening. But why don't you do that? I don't care. I just don't. The reason why I'll hold a door open for a woman or a man that's infirmed, an older guy who can't make it, or someone in need of, someone. We don't call people disabled anymore, do we? We call people, whatever dumb thing we call people. But anyway, people that can't, that can't do it themselves. They're handicapped. They're disabled. Not that we didn't morph every name because every name's offensive to everybody. It's like, right? So how is it that I win Best Radio Show Large Market in Wisconsin for saying the word nigger. Like, what is that? And because everybody puts their head down and sticks their head in the sand, oh my God, I can't believe you said that word. That's your problem. That's your issue. And you need to emotionally figure out how a person can do something and say something and not take you off your game. Because if you can do that, and that is the one thing that I learned. That's why I have no issues with anybody calling me that. I have no issues with anybody saying that, because I refuse to let my life be altered one iota by your words. Now, I can alter my life by my words. I'm going to kill you. Yeah, you might want to arrest me for that. I get it. But I'm not going to let you say something and then I go, and then try to choke you. That's not happening. Because I've just given you power over me. I've given you power over my life, my money, my health. I sent myself to prison based on a word you used. Oh, that's disrespectful. Who are you that somebody couldn't be disrespectful? And to be honest with you, if you look to other people to give you respect, you're probably in trouble already. You are in trouble if you expect other people to respect you. Now, you might want to respect the office I'm in if I'm in leadership or doing something, but I don't have to respect you as a person. I can pretend with the best of them, talk to you, yes, sir, no, sir, and be great about it, but I ain't gotta like you. I don't. But we alter our lives. We alter, and then we transfer that to politics. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, okay. You do know everybody that's in power is the opposite party than you, and you're not going. Yeah. I told y'all about that lady that told me years ago, Scott Walker. I'm not going to no Scott Walker. I said, ma'am, they're holding a job expo and a business expo so that if you have a business, you can get a contract with the state of Wisconsin and get paid. You know what she told me? If that's Scott Walker, that conservative down there, I ain't going down there. I said, he's the CEO of the $89 billion company y'all call the state of Wisconsin. That's your money. I don't care. Well, okay. Somebody else went and got it. Don't let your politics and your values, morals, yes, but don't let your politics and your values be so rigid that you cut off your nose to spite your face. So well, no, I'm not going to ask because, Gen Z has changed so many things around that they think one thing means something else. Stop acting all upset because I'm talking about Gen Z. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You say something about Gen Z, he gets all under his, what you talking about? They're like mini baby boomers, right? Totally. They don't like online. They don't like that. Nope, talk to me. I want to be face-to-face. Oh, it's a concert. You want to watch and stream it? Nope, I want to be there. Hey, give me a ticket. I'm going to go. You're going to be bored. I'll just be bored in person. I do not want to be bored. I get it. I'm like that too. Unless it's Cowboy Carter. I'm not doing Cowboy Carter. $5,000 ticket? Come on. So what did she win best album for? Her other album? Beyonce? Because I can't see Cowboy Carter winning anything. Like, new people to country music have to rock the place out in order for them to give you something. I ain't really seeing Beyonce and Cowboy Carter. I'm just not. And watch this. You ready? She's from Texas. It was for Cowboy Carter. They felt bad for her, but that's the first one she's ever gotten, right?
She had a bunch of Grammys with Destiny's Child.
No. She never won Best Album.
Yes, that was her first then.
Right. So she had to play white folks' music in order to win Best Album. Okay. I'm just kidding. Gee, you're always so sensitive. Goodness. Oh my goodness. You always, I never knew your generation. I mean, I knew your generation was, nervous and sensitive, but I didn't know it was that bad. Goodness. You need somewhere to go play? You need somewhere to go play? Run off all that energy you got. Run out while, being so, what is it? Perpetually offended? Hey, I got some place you can go play. And now with 1017 The Truth, traffic, here is Debbie Lazica.
Well, it looks like we got a crash now on the off-ramp to National Avenue from 894 northbound. Watch out for that. Big delays on 43 northbound right out of the Marquette interchange all the way up to about Keefe. We got the southbound side really heavy from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette and down to the KK River. Westbound 94, a very slow ride out of the Marquette all the way to about Hawley Road, and then again west of Highway 100 into Waukesha County. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Cloudy skies with a low of 34. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, slight chance for a rain shower, a high of 42. For the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazica on 1017 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Alpha Phi Alpha, Delta Chi Lambda, 7 Jewels Foundation Incorporated has supported over 125 young men through the Young Gentlemen's Scholarship Botillion.
We're asking for your support to help continue this important work and empower the next generation of leaders. Through this program, young men receive mentorship, personal development, and scholarships to achieve their dreams.
We need your help to raise over $20,000 in scholarships, including a $5,000 grand prize.
Call 414-364-2835 to make a difference today. Support the Botillion, invest in the future of our young men.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Women's History Month. Listen to one of our incredible Truth teammates highlight the remarkable achievements of Black women throughout history.
What's up, Truth Nation? It's your girl, Noni Juice. And for Women's History Month, I want to highlight my girl, one of my faves, Issa Rae. Issa Rae, born on January 12, 1985, is a multifaceted talent in the entertainment industry. Best known for her role as the creator and star of the HBO series Insecure, Issa Rae has become a prominent figure in reshaping narratives around contemporary Black experiences. Born in Los Angeles, Issa Rae developed her passion for storytelling at an early age. Her journey to prominence began with the creation of the web series The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl in 2011, showcasing her unique comedic voice and garnering a dedicated online following. This success laid the foundation for Insecure, a critically acclaimed series that premiered on HBO in 2016. Issa Rae's portrayal of the lead character Issa D resonated with audiences, earning her widespread acclaim. Beyond acting, Issa Rae is a trailblazing producer committed to amplifying underrepresented voices in the industry. She founded Issa Rae Productions, contributing to projects like A Black Lady Sketch Show and Little, showcasing her dedication to fostering diversity and inclusion. In addition to her impact on screen, Issa Rae has received numerous accolades for her contributions, including Golden Globe nominations and Primetime Emmy Awards recognition. Her influence extends beyond entertainment, making her a powerful force in shaping the cultural landscape. Issa Rae's career exemplifies resilience, creativity, and a commitment to breaking barriers. So thank you, Issa Rae, for paving the way and being a beautiful representation for young women like me in the entertainment industry and beyond. We know you're always down to root for everybody Black.
Tune in to The Truth as we celebrate the greatness of Black women all month long.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snine. Once down 24 points in the fourth quarter, the Milwaukee Bucks storming back to upset the Minnesota Timberwolves on Tuesday night, 110-103.
Hits on the deck, picked up by Trent. Feeds it ahead. Porter's behind the pack. He stuffs it down.
Kevin Porter Jr. with 2 of his 21 points there off the bench. Giannis also adding a team-high 23 points. And the Bucks making the largest comeback in NBA history, once down 24 points with 10 or less minutes to play, and they improved to 45-34 on their season. And lastly, over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers also getting the win on Tuesday night, beating Colorado 7-1 in Game 1 of the 3-game set in Denver.
Fly ball deep right. Wow, Yelich demolishes one up into the night sky, all the way back to the wall. Goodbye, Christian Yelich.
With the win, the Brewers improving to 6-5. Brewers-Rockies, Game 2 tonight set for 7:40. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Love is a losing game. Played by fools and
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Trump just hiked the China Woo! Trump just hiked the China tariffs. That's kind of hard to say really fast. The China tariff. You better not mark that and then pull it off and I hear about it in a promo. You know I'm going to hear about the promo. Cheddar. Anyway, I was talking about cheddar. So they paused 90 days on all the other tariffs, but then they jacked China up from whatever it was to 104 to 125%. So here's my reason why China should actually be around 300 or 400%. Number one, we need to start building things here that have better quality, better lasting power, and made by us. That's one. Number two, China, if you want to do business in China and have something made in China, let me give you an example. I want somebody in there pick something that you want made, something that you want manufactured. And I guess nobody's listening to me and I'm talking to everybody and they're doing whatever they're doing because social media. I don't even want to know. I'm not gonna even touch it. So China has headphones, right? Pair of headphones, right? These pair of headphones. I want to make a pair of headphones, and a pair of headphones I want to be made in China because China can make them cheaper. So if China can make it cheaper, I want to get it made in China, right? In order to do China, China wants all of your intellectual property. Oh, if you want to make it here, then you have to give that to us. We have to understand how it's made, all your trademarks. We want to know everything about this product. You know why? And by the way, you got to pay us in order to make it here. Well, how much is it going to cost me? $10 million. I'm just coming up with a number. $10 million. You're like, oh, $10 million? Okay, because you stand to make like 50 or 100 million on it. So you go 10? Okay, I can make $1 billion, you get 10. Okay, we're fine. The next year, China says, hey, y'all, that 10? Yeah, I need 12. And you'd be like, dude, you're gouging me. I'll give you 11. Be like, nope, I want 12. If you don't have 12, here's what we got to do. We already own your intellectual property. We don't own it. We have copies of it. We are going to what? After so many years, make cheap knockoffs of what you already make, flood the market, and your price goes down and you go away. Or you keep paying us. China will steal your intellectual property, make everything themselves, and then you'll look up and you won't have anything. Because they will take all of your stuff. That's why you got Louis Vuitton bags and all kind of stuff being replicated. And that's why you have to make sure you prove you have the quality by getting it in a store here Like, it's just basic. Intellectual property is the thing that China wants. And their housing market is going down. Their real estate market is going down. Their markets are going down. People are working less. People are disgruntled. And the problem is they own a lot of the debt that we have. And so I would, like, say pay half, 50% on a dollar and get rid of them and be done. But the tariffs are going to kill us. And so we got to do something about it. Well, they paused tariffs on everybody except China. China has been raking countries over the coals for years and stealing intellectual property for years and remaking it. Where do you think Temu was getting all this stuff? What's the other one they have over in China that you can buy from? They got a bunch of places. Will manufacture stuff and send it back to you looking just like the brand. Anyway. 833-212-1017 is the number. Al from Sherman Park, you are on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you, sir?
I am doing fine today. The stock market's going back up.
It went
Trump
way up.
flipped the script on He flipped the script on China. China thought they were going to have a trade war. They showed their butt, and then he turned the rest of the Western world against China. I was just... Had that been the plan all along? A little chaos and not letting your enemy know what you're going to do next, I think that works well.
Well, I think that was something that he was going to do, but you sound like you're a Trump supporter.
Oh, my God. I love someone who comes up with different solutions and who will stand their ground and not really sway back and forth just because you get a little heat. That's the thing I like about him. He's like no other politician I've had. Maybe Scott Walker, but
I wouldn't. I don't know. With all due respect, I would not put Scott Walker in that camp at all.
Well, Scott Walker took a lot of heat for the Act 10. And
forget Act 10. He tried to, but the reason he took heat on top of that is because he wasn't supposed to run for president. He said he wasn't running for president, and then he ran for president.
Well, you got to give it to a politician who can stand up to the heat and still hold their ground. Okay.
I don't know if I would put Act 10 up to what Trump put up with being shot at twice. I'm just saying.
I actually think there were some union people that wanted to kill Scott Walker. Really, if they could.
Well, that's
over that Act 10.
Well, but we also have the abortion people who have literally killed people. Because which is an oxymoron, like so oxymoronic that you would kill somebody to stop somebody from killing somebody. But anyway, so yeah, so you got it on both sides. The point I'm trying to make is you have it on both sides, and it's got to stop on both sides.
Yeah, the violence is not called for just because people have different ideologies. But China had a knife to our throats. And we can't keep letting China have a knife to our throats. Because I don't understand these women who talk about, well, but what about the price of everything going up? A little pain today to put yourself in a better place tomorrow, especially get the bully of China off your back. I mean, we help give our lunch money to them, but it doesn't mean we should keep letting them take it.
Yeah, well, that's what we do. And so here's the kicker. Somebody put in the talking text line, Dr. Ken, I have a question regarding that. If that is the case, why didn't we stop U.S. companies from shipping jobs to Asia? Well, it's not that they shipped jobs. They shipped manufacturing, and that's where the jobs were because they could make it cheaper, right? Because the point of the shareholder is to make sure that they have more money left over at the end. They want a profit, and that's what they got. So they allowed it to do it, and, of course, they put money, just like they put money into the Supreme Court race here in Wisconsin. They put money into the U.S. Senate and House, and they bought politicians, and now they let it pass 20, 30 years ago, and now our chickens have come home to roost. So
I do think Congress could forbid trade with China or any dangerous country that would be in opposition to us and giving them that intellectual property. Because China would not be as advanced as they are militarily if they hadn't stolen all of our computer blueprints
Sure, they stole computer blueprints. They were able to get into and with cybersecurity and break in and steal all sorts of things from the Pentagon and NSA. So, I mean, it's not like it's accidental. It's on purpose. It is definitely
especially when you can reverse engineer, especially some of that the missile accuracy. Any of those computer components that would give you GPS and to get things on their target. They stole that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that's all I had to say.
All right. Thank you much, sir. Appreciate it. I don't know if I'm that enthusiastic. That's kind of enthusiastic. I'm just saying. But we have to recognize that something has to be done here in America, or else we're going to be in a world of hurt. And unfortunately, the Democrats didn't do it. So now we got to suffer through it.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brewers baseball is the sound of summer in Milwaukee. And now you can catch the Brewers on local TV for select Tuesday night games.
Curio sends it deep to left, and
it's Brew Crew Tuesdays. On April 15th, the Crew take on the Detroit Tigers at 6:40 p.m.
Swing. He went. Another strikeout for Freddie Peralta.
This Brew Crew Tuesday is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. See the action on Fox 6 in Milwaukee and check your local listings for where you can watch over the air statewide on April 15th.
Hey everybody, it's Melanie Ricks. You all know I love supporting a local team. That's why I'm excited to tell you about UW Credit Union. They've been serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. And when I was in school, they helped me learn how to plan for my future and make my money grow. Even now, they're still always there for me when I have questions, and they'll be there for you too. So stop by any of their 13 Milwaukee area branches or visit uwcu.org to become a UW Credit Union member today, like me. Federally insured by NCUA.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
For general contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is no. I was just waiting on my music. So people actually got mad at me because, well, you played the music earlier and I hear the whole song, so I want to hear the whole song. Well, you're not gonna hear the whole song. You're gonna hear it until it's like really, like you can never give people enough. Ever. They want everything. And I'm having a good time doing it. And I'm having a good time giving it to you. I want to say thank you this afternoon for being here. Y'all been blowing up the talking text line. What is going on? The past legislation to allow, okay, this is the guy that what happened to AI too, and this is not good. Exactly. It is not what's good. with AI. And so now they've got a hold of AI, and who knows what's going to happen. They got GPS. They got all these things that they're able to use against us now. And we got to be careful. And at that point, I don't really care who's in the presidency. And say, I wish I was brazen enough to challenge you on many issues. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Make me more respectful. Make me more nicer. Act 10 was a big deal. If it is repealed, the spending begins. We'll see. So we'll talk about it. Hey, God bless. Take care. Thank you. The analysis tonight. So make sure you hang around. I'm out. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate you.